presentation of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Charlotte Hornets. Knipple and Miller on the wings. Williams is out there with Naz Reid, and it's White in at the point. Miller can't get it to go. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
And here's Charlotte now, after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. The kick out to White. Lets the three fly. Sinks the tray.
It makes his presence felt from distance, Kobe White.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Charlotte.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it. But one of them has got to win tonight.
Now here's White. Now here's Reid. 4-3. White can't hit. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. James, a screen on White. Maxey passes to James. And slam dunk by James.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. The Hornets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Williams, a screen on Maxey. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. And some changes here for the 76ers. Bonus checked in for Wagner. And it's Porter Jr. in for James. And a change for the Hornets. O'Neal, he's checked in for Williams. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. White can't hit.
Working from medium range. He was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
And the details starting to trickle in. But for the whole story, let's go to Shams Charania, who's joining us remotely. Shams, what you got?
Thanks, B.A. The Brooklyn Nets are not being complacent. They are already making transactions. They're so excited to have Joel Embiid on their team. This front office has worked very hard to get the former MVP. There have been lots of rumors around Embiid lately. He'll bring incredible scoring plus size to this team. It's a major, major upgrade.
All right, Shams, thank you. Much appreciated. Here's White. Following the score by Philadelphia.
The speed, the agility. I don't know how you'd stop White there.
Pass to Bona. Here's Brown. Here's the three. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Miller. And there it is for him.
Well, I think this is huge for Miller's confidence. The more he scores inside, I think the more dangerous he becomes.
There's a screen. Maxey with it. Picked up by Reid. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, he was just a skosh late on the contest. That's going to be a goaltend for sure.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Barlow's checked in for Randall. Bradley Beal comes in for Brown. And Simon has subbed in for Maxey. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Allen, he's checked in for White. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Allen finds Miller. Porter pulls it in.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Simon's deciding where to go with it. Here's Beal. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Philadelphia on top, leading by 3. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Well, Grant, when a season is fresh, what are coaches looking for from their players?
You know, B.A., they want to see execution on the game plan that's been set in practice. The X's and O's, can they bring it to life? I mean, that is what they're expecting.
On the floor for Charlotte, Royce O'Neal is out there with Grayson Allen. Then there's Trey Mann. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Diabate in at the center position. Outside man. Back to White. Right at the free throw line. Tips it up. Barlow grabs a miss. The Sixers lead by 5. Simons outside. Three-pointer. Beal. Pure from three-point range. Beal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside man. And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. 6 to shoot. On the take. Pass to Diabate. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. For 3. O'Neal. Again the miss by the Hornets. And here's Simons. 10 points in his last outing. And there's the screen. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a 2-time champion as an assistant, Clark.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
Wagner's checked in for Philadelphia. LeBron comes in for Bradley Beal. Charlotte also making some changes. Williams comes in for Diabate, and Knippel subbed in for Mann. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Allen against James. Pass to Knippel. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by the Hornets. And it's Simons with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Back to James. Fires at the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Hornets have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Allen outside. Pass to O'Neal. To the right side. Here's Knippel. Still no points. Charlotte, no good that time either. No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
So far, Graham, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete, and I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
And he makes a first. And one unfortunate distinction for the Hornets. Clark, the only NBA team to never win their division.
And to add to that, the second lowest number of playoff appearances after the Pelicans. And, you know, B.A., with no immediate postseason prospects, Charlotte fans have to understand this is going to be a process that takes some time.
And so he hits both. Hornets trail by 12. The teardrop. Allen can't get it to go.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, LeBron wants his respect. He said the work that goes into still playing at this level has to be respected. They say, would you rather be loved or respected? For me, it's always about respect. People can lie and say they love you, but you can always gauge when someone is not respecting you. Brian?
He's earned it. Allie, thank you. And timeout called by Charles Lee. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Reed's checked in for Charlotte. White comes in for Allen. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. Fifth best, Philadelphia.
Well, you talk about teams that had a great defense last year. You got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
Here's Knipple. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Reed, good.
At 6'9" and about 260, Naz Reid has the size to make room for himself inside.
Outside, Brown. To the inside, Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Knipple, defended by Brown. Here's Reed. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
White against Maxey. And there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, I like it. Quick, aggressive move by Maxey.
Miller with it. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up that shot. One more time. A round of applause for the participants.
Hey everybody, always a fascinating story. Our first order of business. Let's catch you up on some trades around the league. 4-player trade, and from what we've heard, not an easy negotiation. Fellas, who are you liking the most in this one?
A franchise center getting dealt is a rarity, especially a Hall of Fame level talent like Joel Embiid. The process will have a huge impact on this team.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Charlotte Hornets.
They're not playing with urgency, especially on the glass. Shots go up and they're just waiting. Go after the rebound.
Yeah, got to get those elbows up at least 2 inches. The refs can't see everything.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Clark, the one expression you hear a lot in basketball, reward the big man. What's that all about?
Well, you know, B.A., the big guys often are the guys doing the dirty work, the unsung work, rebounding, setting screens, getting up and down the floor to create opportunities for their teammates. But they also want that rock, too. So get them the ball every now and then. Let them eat.
They've got Tyrese Maxey, Julius Randle out there with James. Then there's Mo Wagner, and it's Brown in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Reed, a screen on James. Here's Miller. Up and in on the layup. Miller's got 7 points.
Look, that was good defense, but Miller still able to use his length to get two.
Pass to James. About a minute played here in the second half. And it's Randall with the jam.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Now, here is James. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Pass to Knipple. James against Miller. Reed sets a screen. Fires from deep. And Miller good for three. 10 points for him.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Hey fans, bring your attention to center court for your Sixers ENT. Make some noise, everybody. Let's get loud and proud for your Sixers ENT.
A new lineup here for Philadelphia. And now a look at last season's most proficient free throw shooters. Fourth, Kobe White, and of course Anthony Simons.
From the free throw line, those two were almost automatic last year. What great assets they are late in the game.
The Sixers lead by 11. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Three-pointer, Beal. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
White finds Williams. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Reed, a screen on Beal. From behind the arc. Miller can't get it to go.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Barlow. Here's Edgecombe. And that one's good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. He's checked in for Williams. There's a minute 17 left in the third. O'Neal passes to White. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Reed. Here's Knipple. Now Miller. Pounded by Beal. Clock at 4. Pulls it. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
And the layup is good. Beal's got 5.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now here's Miller. 12 points for him. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Miller bouncing with some flavor to the rack.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Pass to Edgecombe. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Beal, that one's good.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Now Miller, 14 points for him. There's the three. No luck on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Sixers on top, leading by 14. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
We need you to get loud.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. They've got Grayson Allen. Williams is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Trey Mann. And it's Knippel in at the shooting guard position. Allen on the wing. The three ball. Porter pulls it in.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Maxey. Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
Well, you better stop the ball, especially when it's LeBron James with it. That guy is pretty good.
Hornets trail by 16. Outside man. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the 76ers.
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill, taking the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
You have to praise and respect Trey Mann's work ethic. I mean, he's taken what he's been given in this league and really worked hard to earn more. You know, that's exactly what coaches like to see.
Wagner's checked in for Michael Porter. Naz Reid's checked in for Charlotte. Miller comes in for Allen, and he makes both free throws. And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam!
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
They trail by 16. Outside man. Now here's Williams. And here's Miller. Yes! Using that window!
This is what was envisioned when Miller went second overall in the draft. A game where he simply dominates on the offensive end.
Yes, sir! Count it!
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. And they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Charlotte.
At the line for one, Tyrese Maxey.
That free throw's good from Maxey. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, BA, it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. against James. Now here's Miller. The D's right on him. Shot clock at 6. White. Oh, missed on the train.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Maxey against Williams. James fires. Counted from distance.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now here's Miller. Rejected by James.
We've said it since day one. LeBron is a force on both ends of the floor.
Nice move. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Kobe White picks one up. And even as the league works for parity, there will always be those teams that are rebuilding. What are the keys to accelerating that process, Clark?
Well, there are a number of factors, B.A. I think you start with leadership and talent acquisition. I mean, those are 2 major components to this building a team and being successful. You've got to have talent. And then I think you've got to have a commitment to staying the course. Consistency really matters when you get leadership and talent in place.
Looking at who's out there now for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in for Wagner. Barlow comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Beal in for Brown. Both free throws good from Maxey.
Not only is Maxey solid and efficient from the line, but he gets there quite a bit too.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
The chess match between these coaches just getting started. They face off 3 times, so we'll see how they both adjust when they meet later in the year against Charlotte.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for LeBron James.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
And the shot's good. There's 42 seconds left in the 4th. Beal outside. Outside Maxey. Uses the glass on the layup.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now here's Allen. 3-pointer. The shot comes out. Maxey with it. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
LeBron, you've accomplished so much in this league. How have you been able to sustain it for so long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations. And for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, you're a sponge for knowledge, and you have a great work ethic, and it's been fun to watch. Thanks, LeBron.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, LeBron James.